Greetings and salutations to you all. Once again, it is me, the Ravenous Spectre. And I was actually trying to make a video earlier dealing with Journey Onward, and this is the next episode in that series, which is a series about what I'm doing in this week of gaming. And yeah, it turns out that my phone power was really low, and it went to battery saver, and then it just cut the video off, and I'm like, fuck you, phone. So anyways, yeah, so here we are, we're back again, and this is what I've been playing this week. Star Trek Online, the console version. Doesn't look too impressive. Just giving it a shot. It's free to play. Trying it out. I heard there's a staggering amount of content for it being free to play. Seems fun. Seems like any other MMORPG that I've played before, except for the fact that they have ship battles now, and obviously it's sci-fi instead of like fantasy, medieval stuff. Excuse me. Yeah, the ship battles, at least from what I've seen so far, are kind of boring. They're slow and boring. I thought they would be more, exciting, but that's just not the case, at least from what I've seen so far. And I've just started out playing. I actually ended up creating a race. Actually, I did create a race. You can actually create your own alien race in this, depending on what faction you want to play as. And there's 3 different ones. There's Starfleet, Romulan, and some other one that I can't think of at the moment. Sorry about that. But I created like a Zorn, or no, not a Zorn, a Gorn, which is like a lizard-like race for the faction that I can't think of at the moment. And I also ended up creating an alien for the Romulan side of things, and I created a human for the Starfleet side of things. So I'm kind of just going through each faction, even though it's with, they have like a bunch of different races you can choose from, as well as creating your own. I'm just going through each one to see how things go for me. And obviously I've been playing Legends of Steel. Sounds like some hockey game or something. I've been playing Legends of Cold Steel. I'm waiting for the second one to come in the mail. It did ship, and it is on its way to me. I need to finish the first one first before I go to the second one. But yeah, I'm glad to actually get that game, because I really do want to have it, because I know I'm going to get in and start playing it at some point. I do like the first game. It's just a little long and drawn out a little bit in terms of like dialogue and whatnot. But when I get into that mood, I can pretty much bypass it and not think about it and go ahead and just go along with the story. I guess at that point in time while I was playing, I was just looking for something more along the gameplay line instead of just like storytelling line, if you will. Let's see, what else have I been playing? I've been playing a little bit of... oh yeah, I was also playing... Sorry, I had to stop the phone for a moment, or the camera, because I had to get my thoughts together. Thank goodness for the pause feature. I can't really do that with my webcam at home, at least from what I've seen so far, because of the fact that you've seen sometimes where I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck to say. I've done that many times. Anyways, I've also been playing Oceanhorn, Monster of the Sea, which actually ended up coming out yesterday. And as a matter of fact, it's really awesome. I also ended up doing a stream. If you end up looking on my channel, you'll see the stream that's on there. It's basically a love letter to Zelda, the old school Zelda, if you will, like the top-down kind of deal. Has all the makings of an old school Zelda, and it's really fun. It's really awesome. It's gorgeous to me. It's really colorful, all of that. It has a Wind Waker feel to it, because you're sailing from island to island in this ship and going and solving puzzles and mysteries and going throughout the story and slaying monsters and getting items and this, that, the other. You have to get certain items to get through other islands and things of that nature. I wish you could actually end up just go ahead and just fast forwarding from island to island, but you have to pretty much just sail from there to there. It doesn't take you really long to get from island to island, but you have this little pumpkin seed gun that you end up shooting objects and other enemies as they come at you while you're on the sea. There's only one real specific enemy, and that's kind of a squid that shoots rocks at you, which reminds me of, obviously, the Octorocks, I believe what they're called from the Legend of Zelda series, so that's a love letter to that specific enemy. And of course you have barrels that you shoot, and you also have boxes that you shoot. And anytime you shoot these things, you end up getting items. Sometimes you get items out of it, sometimes you get coins out of it. Not to mention the fact that you also have bombs that you're shooting to get out of your way so they don't damage you. Also been playing a little bit of Battle Arena Toshinden 1 and Battle Arena Toshinden 2. Actually, I've been playing Battle Arena Toshinden 2, as I should say, and I beat it on my first try. I put it on the easiest setting, but I beat it on my first try, as a matter of fact. Because I hadn't played it in so long, and yeah, it was definitely something. It just has that nostalgia that just bites me right in my nostalgia gland, right in my brain, if there is such a damn thing. course, I've also been playing Front Mission Evolved, which is on a pickups video that I did on here recently, so definitely go and check that out. I got it for $1.75, and for $1.75, it's a whole hell of a lot worth it. You got the RPG strategy thing that comes from the original games, but on this one, it's more of an action game, action shoot 'em up kind of deal, which is a really interesting take for Square Enix to go and do for that series. You know, you really kind of think it would be along the strategy RPG kind of deal, but oh well, they didn't do that. But for $1.75, dude, oh hell, it was definitely worth it without a shadow of a doubt. But yeah. Sorry, I had a moment there. I wanted to play with the camera. I wanted to play with the pause button. I think it'd be different and interesting for some different transitions on the camera. So deal with it. It was awesome. It's something new. It's not just looking through a damn web camera all the time and you're just seeing me sitting there running my damn mouth like I'm doing right now. I'm doing different little transitions. I'm making it interesting for you. Something funny if you want to laugh at it, or something cool if you want to laugh. I got to make this entertaining somehow. But anyways. But I think that's pretty much everything that I've been playing recently. As a matter of fact, my girlfriend ended up having a discussion with one of her friends last night, and her friend has like a lot of games and different systems that she's selling, and I ended up getting a lime green Nintendo 64 with obviously all the connections with the expansion pack with a green controller, and I also got a purple transparent controller too. And I got 3 games with it. I got Fighter's Destiny, Diddy Kong Racing, and Hexen. I was really glad to get the Nintendo 64 again because, long story short, you know, as some of you know from some of the videos that I posted, some of my stuff when I was back in my teenage years, early teenage years, had to get pawned because of my dad and him not having really any luck with work and had to get money and whatnot. So some of my stuff got pawned. Sometimes it got bought back. Sometimes it didn't, and it just got put out for sale. So in a way, I'm actually gradually getting back some of the stuff that had gotten sold from me. You know, God rest my dad's soul. I love him to death, but there were just certain things that he did in his life which were honestly they were stupid. I mean, with some of the things that he was doing and some of the ways that he went about work and these get rich quick schemes and pie in the sky thoughts and basically just flying by the seat of his pants, thinking that he was going to get rich quick, I guess you could say, and that was never the case. And sometimes he just didn't stick with a real substantial type of job. And, you know, this is the stuff that happened. Even he ended up pawning and selling some of his stuff to be able to get money because he was just doing this pie-in-the-sky deal. Anyways, I'm sorry. I don't mean to get into anything, you know, personal or nothing like that. But I did talk about it previously on some other videos of mine. But yeah, I was definitely glad to get the green N64. I do have a gray N64. I think I had a gray N64 when I was younger, and I think obviously the obvious happened with that, with it getting pawned and sold, and then I got a green N64. And obviously that one had the same thing happen to it, and it just came to a point to where I'm finally glad to own one again. It's like a piece of my well, not necessarily my childhood, kind of like my teenage years is when I got it, like my early to mid-teenage years, I guess you could say. And I was finally glad to have it because of the fact that, hey, you know, I mean, it's nostalgic. It's great to have it again. It's something that I had. It's something that I've got back, and something that I'm definitely proud of that I have for sure. And gradually, as time goes on, I'm going to try to just get the stuff back that I had missed previously. So yeah, but I'm definitely going to probably end up breaking into that over the weekend because me and my girlfriend are going to be hanging out at a friend's place over the weekend. So we're probably going to get some multiplayer stuff really going on. I'm thinking about getting Mario Kart for the Wii U and also Super Smash Brothers because, man, if we manage to get both of those up and rolling and with the multiplayer functionality, you know, not co-op. Well, I guess there is co-op in it. I don't know. But I mean the whole local deal, this couch play. God, I can't talk tonight. You know what I'm saying. But I think it'll just be a blast. I seriously do. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much the whole deal of what's going on with me right now in terms of gaming. And I would definitely, this is probably the longest one that I've done in this series, as a matter of fact. But anyways, I will talk at you later, taters. Adios. Hey!